Hey everybody, Pastor Joe here, coming to you with the second video of our Gathering series. Between now and September 5th, we will be releasing these videos to help us prepare for and plan for that September 5th date when we hope for the first time in over 18 months to gather in community both virtually and in person together. If you've missed the first video in our series, you can find that on Facebook or in your emails or on YouTube. We talked a little bit about the guiding principles, the values that will inform all the decisions that we make. Today I want to talk a little bit about what it will take for us to get to that September 5th date. You know, some of you know that a couple weeks ago I was able to go home back to New York to visit with my family. We celebrated my grandmother's life, and I ended up staying a night extra. My flight was delayed and then canceled. There were storms, and I found myself in Newark Airport calling my parents saying, "Hey, I'm stuck overnight. Can you come get me?" And they live in New York. And so they packed up, they got ready, they came and got me, and I later found out when I got home that my mom had, in a little bit of time between when I called her and when they had left to come pick me up, had already prepared where I would be sleeping. She tried to throw some dinner together. She created this space for me to come back to. And I asked her, I was like, "Mom, yeah, it's okay. I would have been fine. You know, I'm an adult. It's only for a couple hours. I'm going to have an early flight tomorrow." And she said she wanted me to have the most restful experience even for that little while. And it reminded me of growing up. You know, my father, who was a pastor, we would have people over at our house, and every time we would all, hands on deck, my brother and I, my parents, we would be cleaning or organizing or preparing meals. And after a little while, it got really daunting and tiring. It felt like we were doing too much. And I asked my mom, I was like, why are we doing this? Why, you know, they'll accept us for who we are. It's no big deal. And then I became a pastor. And Joanne and I in our home has been a place where we have hosted many of you through seasonal gatherings and celebrations, through small group trainings and the things like that, where the youth, and in each time we too assumed that same mentality of cleaning and preparing and wanting everything to be just right. Not perfect, but just right. And I thought about this experience of how we present ourselves to one another. I want my home to be a safe place for anybody who would walk through the doors. I want it to be a place that can be comfortable for people to be who they are, to be a place where people are accepted for exactly who they are, where they may feel welcomed, where they may feel part of the family. I trust that many of you who are watching this video found that here at Bothell United Methodist Church. I assume and I believe that might be one of the main reasons why we continue to stay engaged together in community. But it's been a while. It's been 18 months since we've gathered in person in this space. And as we move towards this next phase of our life together, where we draw in this new community of both virtual and in-person church, we got work to do. We need all hands on deck to prepare for, to plan for, to be present at in every step of the stage of where we are going. And so I want to invite you. This is one of those Friday videos that I hope will spark something in you. Because if this is your church home, or if you have found belonging here, or if this is somewhere where you come to find rest or to be challenged, to draw closer to Jesus, to live into our purpose of becoming Christ in the community, if that is true for you, I hope that you will do that and be that for someone else as well. So I'm looking for people to step up. I'm asking that you would email me. My email is pastorjoe@bothellumc.org, pastorjoe@bothellumc.org. And I'm asking you to step up and to commit to serving in one of many ways. If you are interested in serving on worship, creating and curating what September will be and beyond. If you're interested in serving in music, if you're interested in serving as an usher or a greeter or a scripture reader, and we don't know what all that will look like, but if you are interested, if there's something in you that's interested in doing that, please reach out to me. We're going to need to prepare this space. If you are somebody who can give and offer of your time and your energy to cleaning and preparing and creating a safe environment for anybody who will walk through the doors and anybody who will join online, email me. If you want to be part of that, if you want to be part of our AV team, we have dedicated members of this team who are working hard to make sure that our technology is right, that we are able to broadcast so that sound is good here in this space and online, where the video quality is good for those who will be experiencing it in person and for those who are worshiping with us and joining virtually. If you want to be part of that. And lastly, if you want to be part of welcoming folks, our hospitality and greeting team. I was talking to a pastor friend the other day. He called me and we were just catching up. And he was telling me this, where he found and tracked that before any person steps into the physical building of the church, they've already gone through at least 5 different checkpoints of which they've evaluated the personality and the character of our church. They've probably gone online on our website. They've probably checked out us on social media. The parking lot is already a way for people to gauge how comfortable they are in this community. The greeters outside the door, the greeters and the ushers outside the sanctuary, those who are chatting and responding and communicating via text and messaging and in the chats. These are multiple ways that people already gauge the welcoming nature of the community, and we're looking for people who can present that we here at Bothell is a place that you can be who you are, that you are welcome as you are, that this can be for you a place of welcome and belonging. If you want to serve in music, if you want to serve in our children's ministry, in our youth ministry, in a variety of different ways, I'm asking you, would you please email me, pastorjoe@bothelumc.org. Let me know where you want to serve. And in the next week and a half, we're going to start gathering virtually and in person these teams and start having the tangible conversations of what needs to be done before September 5th and how do we get there. So I'm asking, if you find this place to be a place of welcome and belonging, would you in turn ensure that this place can be that for someone else? Email me, pastorjoe@bothelumc.org. Next week, we're going to talk more about the specifics of what. What does it look like to be together on September 5th and beyond, virtually and in person? We'll talk about that as it relates to worship. We'll talk about that as it relates to our ministry groups. But in the meantime, know that you are in my prayers. I hope that you are keeping our church leadership, our staff, our community in your prayers for the safety and health of all who we are, and for God to continue to lead us and guide us with wisdom that we might boldly step into who God is calling us to be. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you on Sunday for worship and continue this gathering series throughout the week. Blessings to you.